Damn right we are.
So happy for Kenny Dillingham. This program, they deserve it. And they have a big opportunity this week as a favorite to host a BYU team that might be reeling a little bit. And this is the best team that no one's really talking about. They have a game changer at running back in Cam Scatabo. Their quarterback, Levitt, has done an amazing job this year. They have a go-to guy at wide receiver, and the defense is progressively improving. I'm really happy to see them in this spot. I'm telling you what, they are a team you don't want to play here down the stretch.
That's Greg McElroy yesterday on ESPN during the selection show, the college football playoffs, in which they revealed ASU is the 21st ranked team in the country. Should they be angry about being 21st in the country, Gambo? Should they be upset that Colorado is that much higher than them if you compare their resumes side by side? Some people think they should be.
Yeah, I and it was some pretty good arguments that were made on.
Very good arguments.
You look at the snubs, like did Arizona State get snubbed? And there was one that said they were the fourth worst snub, and they said Arizona State's worst loss was by 10 without its starting quarterback. Colorado was blown out by Nebraska. ASU's best win is against SP plus number 18. Colorado's is number 49. So, there was a really good argument made, how is Colorado, higher than Arizona State?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be. And I agree with it. I totally agree with it. I said it to you yesterday. You go look at Colorado's not playing anybody. They don't play ASU. They don't play BYU. They don't play Iowa State. The teams that they've beaten, the 6 teams they've beaten in the conference, have a record of 16-23. Mm-hmm. It's like they don't have great wins, Colorado. I think Colorado is the Dion factor, and I think that's what's propelling them. But overall, I don't know that you can make an argument that Colorado is a better team than ASU based on who they played and the results of those games.
No, I don't think you can. The story was on ESPN, and they called it their anger index, and who should be angry about where they're ranked in this. And ASU, I don't want to use the word. I won't use the word snub because it didn't get snubbed. They got picked, but you could make the argument that if we're comparing 2 lost teams and resumes of teams that have 2 losses, that ASU's is significantly better than Colorado's, and there's no question there's a Dion factor going. I think there's a couple things in play here. Number one, it's the Dion factor. I was watching Colin Cowherd's TV show at home today. They spent 5 whole minutes talking about the Big 12, and every single word about it was Dion. Now, granted, they're trying to make a point about the Dallas Cowboys and whether he's going to leave and whether he's going to stay. Deion Sanders came out and said, hey, man, I'm a kickstand. I'm here. I'm resting. I'm good. I'm happy where I'm at. I'm staying put. I'm not going anywhere. But, yeah, he kind of drives the conversation about the Big 12. I think the other thing at play here, too, is that Colorado has been ranked for the better part of the last month or so in these polls. Whether they deserve it or not is another question. But I think it's going to be hard to take a team that was unranked and leapfrog them over a team that's been in the polls for a last month as opposed to, a team that was kind of unranked the way ASU was. I think Colorado, and it's unfortunate, but I think Colorado had this baked-in advantage that they've been ranked for a month, and that's what gave them the edge in terms of the rankings over ASU,
Yeah, probably, because they started from a higher spot, and ASU is kind of just slowly creeping up week after week after week.
That's where these rankings kind of take that bias, and they don't really factor it in. If you start the season thinking that Colorado's better, that bias is baked in because they're going to be ranked. You start the season thinking ASU is no good. They're going to have to work extra hard to kind of build that up.
Yeah, but if you lose, they'll drop you like a sack of potatoes. Look at the drop of BYU.
Look at BYU, absolutely.
Like a sack of potatoes, man.
The chairman even said that not only was BYU's loss this past week to Kansas part of why they fell so much, they factored in their close wins the last couple of weeks as to why they dropped them as much as they did. I think the Michigan AD is the guy who's the chairman, and he said that, that's part of the reason why we looked at the way they won their last 2 games, and we kind of thought we had to drop them as far as we did. Now, the bottom line is, and here's why I'm not that angry about ASU being snubbed or whether they should have been ranked higher than Colorado. It doesn't matter. Only one team from this conference is getting it. So it doesn't change anything. ASU could be ranked higher than Colorado today. Maybe they deserve it, but it doesn't change the fundamentals of their situation. They have to win out to get the spot. And if they don't win out, they're not getting the spot. It doesn't matter whether they're 21st, 16th, 14th, or whatever. The Big 12 is getting one spot, and ASU has a chance to be that team. That's really all that matters at this point.
That's the point, right?
Yes.
I mean, there are 13 teams that control their destiny, correct?
That
and
is according to
one of those
Stuart
teams.
Mandel. Stuart Mandel says there are 13 teams that are in control of their destiny, and ASU is one of the 13. I don't care about the rest at this point. Not one bit.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way in the world that any of us would have thought that was possible, remotely possible,
No.
that like on November 20th, there'd be 13 teams in college football that control their destiny to get to the playoffs, and Arizona State is one of them. We're going to take it. And this game on Saturday, I mean, I was talking to my wife today, man, maybe we just Uber over it because it is going to be sold out, and there is going to be like, yeah, I got to figure that out. I've never Ubered over to a game, but how hard is it to get an Uber after a game? I imagine it might be difficult.
It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's a bit of a challenge. Just get there early. You'll be fine.
Yeah, like I don't want to deal with that mess of parking and everything, but like I'm excited. Like I'm really, really excited for this football game. I can't wait to go to the game, and I can't wait to watch the game. And man, like I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but you know, you win this game. And you win this game, and you're playing the Territorial Cup for a chance to be in the Big 12 championship.
Yeah.
I mean, incredible, just incredible.
It's incredible. Stuart Mandel believes the 13 teams that control their destiny basically win out, and you're going to go. Not all of them are going to do it, but they're Oregon, Ohio State, Texas, Penn State, Indiana, Notre Dame, Alabama, Miami, and then after that, it gets the teams that can win their conference. So that becomes SMU, BYU, Texas A&M, Colorado, and Arizona State. Those are the 13 teams that if they win out, they are going to go, and there's no argument to be made about it. He believes right now there are 23 teams that still have a chance of getting in. 23 for these playoff spots. This time of year ago, there were 8 teams that had a chance of getting in the playoffs. That's why I think this system is better. I just think it's
that's interesting. So last year at this time, 8 teams had a chance, and now there's 23.
Yes, according to Stuart Mandel's math and the amount of available playoff spots. Last year there were 8. This year there's 23 teams who have a shot at a playoff spot.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Sometimes you can have old dogs learn new tricks. Like you can.
Did we teach you to roll over on this one, Gambo?
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. Like, it's possible. Like, this is freaking exciting. You know, because, why? More so because one of our teams has a chance.
Let's not lie to anybody.
So I'm more invested because we have a team here that has a chance.
Yeah, let's not lie to anybody. I don't give a crap about the other 22 teams. I'm just caring about ASU at this.
Dude, I grew up in New York. We didn't have a college football team.
Yeah, right?
Like we had no college football teams in New York.
It's great for college football. I will admit I'm more interested in college football because there's 23 teams still in it. But it's the one out of the 23 that has really got my interest peaked in how this thing's going to go. It's exciting.
Thanks for watching Burns Gambo. Click to see more from the guys and hit the button in the middle to subscribe so you never miss a video from Arizona sports.